This is Bill Boerum here in Moscow at the Renaissance Monarch Center Hotel in Moscow with the general manager, Armin Eberhard. And I'm very delighted to have his time this morning. He was the co-host and co-sponsor of a wonderful event here last night with the American Chamber of Commerce in Russia. Just a fabulous production. So I did have some questions for Armin this morning. I'm certainly recovering from that great party last night. So let me ask you this question. That is, what is the state of the hospitality, or I would say the hotel and visitor industry in Moscow currently?
Thank you very much, Bill, and thank you for last night for bringing us a great gift from California. I think the 150 people or so really enjoyed as well. The state of the traveler, I could say, is very positive for the industry itself. We obviously have been in a crisis since 2014, and we are working our way out of that crisis over the last few years. Looking forward to the great event in 2018 with the FIFA World Cup being hosted also here among 10 other cities in Moscow. But we have seen a growth of our industry. We've seen many more competitors coming along, new hotels being opening. We've seen a lot of work being done on existing hotels in terms of refurbishment and reconfiguration, also in anticipation of this year's Confederations Cup, the precursor to the World Cup, and next year's big international event where we expect about 3 million travelers in total. The conference and group and meetings industry has also seen its ups and downs. It was, of course, affected by shifts in the feeder markets in the beginning of the crisis in 2014. But because we have seen more activity on the Russian market, also on the national level, that has quickly been recompensed by local business as well, by national and multinational players here that are based in Moscow. And we've seen a flurry of activity that has compensated the international market here as well. Altogether, I must say the market has become more and more competitive. Also, with the decline of the ruble versus dollar and euro, we've seen a value addition to Moscow. If you imagine that we started off in 2013 with a ruble being worth about 30 rubles to the dollar and 40 rubles to the euro. And now we're at 58 to 60 against the dollar and 70 to the euro. Moscow hasn't increased its prices dramatically since then. That means Moscow has become more and more a value addition, and therefore good value for money to travel, both on the business side as well as on the leisure traveler.
Well, thank you very much for that analysis. Very succinctly put the dynamic factors involved in the current very successful and buoyant situation. With more specific regard, let me ask you about the capabilities and capacities of your very attractive hotel, which I had the good fortune to enjoy a wonderful night's sleep last night.
Thank you for another opportunity. Now, we are a true conference and business traveler hotel here on the third ring, just off-center in Moscow near the Dynamo Stadium. Our 366 room hotel is now coming into its 8th year in 2018, opening in 2010, and it is made for the modern contemporary business traveler as well as the conference organizer and for large meetings. We are unique that the floor just above this ground floor here hosts 3,000 square meters of modern, very flexible conference space with a large Boerum of 700 square meters, a big foyer of 1,000 square meters, and another 11 very flexible meeting rooms that allow from 10 people to 1,000 and plus people to be hosted for conferences, congresses, and meetings. On top of it, we also host the additional amenities of an executive lounge right on the top floor 16 and 17 with beautiful views over Moscow. That is for the more discerning travelers with a private breakfast and an evening cocktail opportunity there. That is enjoyed by many of our regular guests that are coming here on business. At the same time, for the leisure traveler, we're a good jump-off point into the city and the various tourist attractions. And we are offering for any of our travelers a great chance to recover and relax with a very large spa of 3,000 square meters with pool, a hammam, sauna, and a large gym for the fitness freaks among us. That gives you enough to choose from when you're staying with us, either for a short or for an extended stay.
Well, thank you very much. That certainly makes me want to come back, not only just come back, but to come back soon and see you.